Shalom, I'm here. In the last video, I mentioned how an individual who wants to join the people of Israel, but whose spouse isn't together with him in this aspiration, can still live in accordance with the will of the God of Israel and live a very Jewish life even without officially becoming Jewish through formal conversion. And in this video, I want to explain some of the reasons why the prohibition against Jews marrying non-Jews is a very reasonable prohibition. It is important that one realize that this prohibition is not a prohibition against Jews marrying individuals who became Jewish. Okay, so some of the reasons that this prohibition is very reasonable are reasons that only make sense for individuals who already accept the law of Moses as being true and applicable, and who recognize that the rulings of the ancient Mosaic court are likewise valid and authoritative. Somebody who does not accept the authority of the Torah or of the Mosaic court will not consider some of the reasons to be very reasonable. Alright, so what are they? First of all, in raising children, which any couple would ideally be able to do, the parents in an ideal situation would be in as much harmony as possible in raising those children. Now, when it comes to living a life in accordance with God's law, the Torah, religious, if you want to call it that, rulings and commandments affect every single aspect of your life. In the perspective of the Torah of Moses, the law of Moses, life is not compartmentalized into education, religion, medicine, religion, government, religion, secular life, and religious life. But rather, the law of Moses touches on everything, just as you would expect from a God who is sovereign over the entire universe. His sovereignty is not limited just to Sunday or the Sabbath, but his sovereignty, his divine authority extends into every corner of existence. So, if you have a spouse who may believe that there's a creator, but is not wanting to give over his or her personal privacy and personal independence to the sovereignty of God, then that will not be very harmonious with the other spouse who wants to give over every single part of his life to the Creator. This will be a problem regardless of what religion one is identifying with. So, getting back to specific examples, one very basic is that the Torah prohibits marital relations during the woman's monthly cycle. Now, in addition to this, the woman also must count a number of clean days after which she is no longer experiencing her monthly cycle, and after that amount of clean days, immerse in a mikvah, a pool of water which signifies a specific point in time where the individual, in this case the woman, arises out of her previous state in relation to certain things that she can and can't do. So if the husband is married to a woman who totally ignores this prohibition, well, then it puts the husband in a very serious bind, because in Torah Judaism, the husband is forbidden to have relations with his wife during this time, including after it, until she elevates herself in this particular matter, out of that matter, marking it with the ritual immersion. So, if she does not do this, the husband is prohibited from being with his wife until she does so. Now, you could just imagine, if the woman is not willing to give over this very personal part of her life to the authority of God's Torah, then the husband won't be able to have relations with her, and certainly she's not going to be so happy either, unless there are extra problems in the marriage. This is just one example. Obviously, there are also laws of food and food preparation. And this isn't just what you can and cannot eat, but also how the food is made, when the food is made. Um, we're not just talking about the prohibition of just eating a big chunk of pig. In the Torah understanding of forbidden foods, the prohibitions extend also to types of vegetables when they were harvested, when they were not harvested, or the